Welcome back, everyone, to Expert Crypto. Hope you guys are having a great day. We're going to be getting into a few things here in the market. Well, we've been looking into really getting some of these gains while we're going to have these big dips. We had our sell points for Bitcoin. Didn't stream yesterday, but we thought 39 to 40K was some very, very hard support for Bitcoin. Didn't look like it was in a breakout of 42. And we had the Elon tweet last night. I'm sure all of you guys have heard that everywhere. But we saw that Elon tweet affect the market. Other things are down right now, and that's expected. You guys have to understand that Elon does not control the markets. He does somewhat, but mainly it's these whales, right? These whales are the main people who are selling off their Bitcoin when Elon does tweet. Why are they doing that? Because they're trying to sell on any sort of bad news, and Elon really doesn't control the market, guys. He does affect it a little bit, but it has to do with a lot of these whales. It's not specifically Elon. I guess you could say it could be a correlating effect, though. I guess you could say that. But yes, Elon does have the ability to, I guess, somewhat control the market, as you guys say all the time. But what do we see here, guys? Well, we see that we could still have some sort of downtrend with Bitcoin, guys. If we do not break out, we're most likely going to be going down to this 30K level, this 35K level. I see 35K very, very easily for Bitcoin. I would say that would not be a bad time to dollar cost average back in. We have this 35, we have this 34K, we have this 33K, and we have this 35K right here, which you guys are going to want to buy back your alts on these three levels if we do get into that zone. And you guys should not have been affected too heavily by this dip. You guys would have been in profits. You guys would have hit your stop losses, and you guys would have been waiting to buy back in, right? That's where we're at right now for you guys that are buying. But let's say you guys are going to buy at this 35 level. I would buy with a 12% stop loss, right? 12% stop loss on your altcoins. And we're going to go down into the depths of the how low can we go trend, because it's always good to prepare. You guys do not want to be unprepared, and I really want to prepare you guys for how low we can go, because everyone hates to hear the bear of bad news, but might as well. You guys never know, right? You guys never know. Last year, not trying to spread any FUD around, but I'm just saying, last year we saw the top of the market was around the time that we had the Bitcoin conference. So maybe we have a little dip after the Bitcoin conference. A lot of people are going to hype back up around that level once we're done with it. But like I said, this is going to be your stop loss levels right here, guys. These are for your stop losses. And these are some buying back in places. I'm going to give you some altcoins that you guys will buy back into when Bitcoin's at this price. This is a financial opinion, guys. I'm just sharing some financial opinions, by the way. So also, if we dip below this level, I definitely see this 31K, this 32, I would say, yeah, I would say this 32, 625 level. And then again, this 30K level is also really good to buy back into. And what I would do here is we're going to put a 8% here. You guys can do whatever stop loss you want. This is for your stop losses on these levels. I'm just trying to give you guys some levels, right? We're going to go through this first, show you guys how I'm calculating this out. I'm going to zoom out and see if I need to move these around a little bit because of some certain resistance or support levels. I see that this bounce definitely being able to happen. So this is going to be your first three. Okay, so these are going to be your first three buy-ins. Buy, right? This is going to be your buy number one. Buy number one, right? And then let me finish this one off of around 15%. And I would keep 50% of your portfolio into something, something that's very, very liquid, right? Or you want to have at least 20 to 30% of your portfolio into Ethereum, and we'll get into the Ethereum buying levels. Just trying to prepare you guys best with TA. Right? You guys might as well be prepared. I know it sucks to think that the future could hold some bad things for crypto, but Might as well. You know, other channels are a little bit bearish. It sucks when I'm the only guy that's bearish. So now that they're bearish, I guess it's the go ahead to be bearish and get some love and support. All right, so we have this 28K level. That's also pretty decent. This 28K, I'm gonna move this one up. It's just we have so much support here. If we do drop down to these levels, you guys know that the buyback in is going to be insane. But I did get some news from some guy that we have a lot of buy orders in all the way down at 20K. By the way, there's a lot of buy orders in at 20K. That's just an interesting note to take into effect. But I see this 2614 level right here is probably going to be pretty good. And right here around this 23K. I'll put one more and the final one around this 22K. I don't see us really going at least too quickly. This is just in case, guys. Don't be too worried. Don't be too worried, okay? Don't be too worried. I'm just trying to get you guys. All right, so we're trying to find the best. You guys want to have these buy orders ready. So if we do have a dip, right? If we do have a dip, you guys are ready, right? You guys are ready to get into action, right? It's very smart that you guys are ready for some sort of event to happen. This is how we were able to make money on our dips. When we had dips in the market, we made a lot of money. We didn't make too much the last dip where we just came down to here. But the last other dips, this one, we were very, very profitable because we prepared before. If you guys are new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it a lot. But yeah, we were able to profit because we're finding the resistance and support levels from the past. And we're basing our trades off of this because we know the volatility in Bitcoin is absolutely insane. When we have insane volatility with Bitcoin, it's something that you guys have to understand. It happens. We've been in some sort of uptrends for too long. What have we seen with this uptrend with Bitcoin? Well, we've seen that once we reach a certain level, we dip below in a bull run, that we are in some sort of downtrend. And unless we break out of this trend right here, show you guys the trend, right? Unless we break out of this red trend right here, which is around 50 to 49K, I don't see us being bullish, and I won't change my opinion on the bullishness. Or if we break out of this 44K level right here, which is the trend resistance that we currently have. We have two trend resistances. We need to break out of this. If not, we're just still in bearish territory, in my opinion. We might hit it and then bounce down after, but we'll have to see. But let's get into some good altcoins that would be some great buys. Around level 1, around level 2, and around level 3. So first one is going to be Sushi. I do see Sushi Swap as a great thing to acquire during these levels, and it has some very good capabilities. Let me minus that out. But I see this probably being able to pull off 30, 40, 50, 60% off the dip. But you guys know on this channel, we're trying to be consistent. We're not trying to make too much gains, you know? We're just trying to make consistent gains. Why are we doing that? Because the people who get greedy and they're going for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% gains, yes, they do happen sometimes, but you have to move up your trailing stop loss once that happens. But you need to be going for those types of gains where they're consistent. If you guys make 5, 10%, and you pull out after that, that's still fine. You're still in profit. Don't let anyone tell you that you need to be a sort of figure that makes, you know, 150% a day. You guys have to understand that making 5%, 10% a day, you guys, all right, so all you need is 2% a day, compounding interest, and you guys can make 140K off of $100 if you guys just make consistent gains. Just saying that. But I'm going to move a buy order down here. I was looking at it earlier. But I'm going to say these buy orders are going to be around $9, $8, and $7. But I'm going to move 2 up just in case. I will be streaming later tonight, so I will update you guys on some of these buy orders if they do hit. They could see a little short 10% pump with Sushi today. Maybe we go to 38K or 39K and then we bounce back down again. That is a possibility, but just set your stop losses maybe 5 to 8% on these, as that's a little bit risky to be doing as of right now, as we could have a large breakdown with Bitcoin. But we're getting to Rune, right? Rune has some great buy levels, guys. We have Rune at $10 would be a great time to grab some Rune at. But once we had this dip all the way down to around $6, we've had an insatiable run up, right? This would be the buy level for the number one dip. Let me move this one down a little bit, right? So this is the number one. This is the number one buy order, which you guys would see when Bitcoin would be around those prices. Rune would be around this price, most likely, right? So we would be able to grab some Rune at these prices, which would be pretty good, $9, and have a little retracement upwards, make 10% possibly, which would be good. And this would be around the level 2 area, which is 931. Let me boom. And then here's the final area, right? Here's the final buy order. That's the first one. That's the second one. Here's number one, right? Here's number 1, 2, 3, and then 1. We're the second. It's always good to plan ahead, guys. It's always good to plan ahead. Let me take off the indicators so you guys can see better. All right. Yeah, if you guys buy the dip perfectly, you know, imagine being able to be in safety in crypto. You guys have safety. You guys are being consistent. You guys have your stop losses, right? Imagine having your stop losses on and you're just making consistent profits. You're not caring about the 100, 200% you need to make every single day. You're more worried about being consistent and making that 10% a week or even 20% a week instead of trying to be a absolute moon boy every single day. That's really going to hurt you. That's going to liquidate you, and you guys are going to get hurt. Unless you guys leverage trade a lot, I would not recommend it. I would recommend reading a book about it first, which is in the description, and then getting into it. But by starting with paper money, if you guys are doing that. We do a lot of spot trading without leverage. So at least I do with you guys on this channel. I would really appreciate if you guys held back on the leverage trading, especially if you're new. You're going to get burnt. So here's the first order with Bake around these 3 levels. It was just 1, 2, and 3. I would say anything under $3 with Bake is going to be a really good deal, right? Bake, we've gotten a lot of run-ups with Bake. Very familiar with Bake. And that one is just very good for game. So that's the third order, 1, 2, and 3. And then we have 1. All right, so Bake would also be a great order to get on these dips. OKB as well. I do see OKB having some great volatility. Once we get to a certain level, especially recently, we've seen this been able to pump during some sort of dip that we've had. We saw that happen with OKB. Kind of weird to see something pump as much as we saw OKB during a dip. So it's definitely going to have some overbought tendencies where when something's overbought, it's going to sell off pretty hard. We're going to see that happen with that. You guys have to make sure to understand that OKB still is a pretty decent project. I do see a definite retracement happening with them pretty soon. I do see this as a possible good short if we do have that downtrend in the markets. If we do have that downtrend in the markets, but not too much leverage on that short, guys. Not do a 10, 50x, 100x leverage. You guys just need to do a 2x to 3x and set a stop loss. Really be calculated about your shorts. Make sure you're reading books on it. You have your entry orders. You guys are all prepared if you're doing that. You guys do not want to be trading without a stop loss ever. Always set your stop loss. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. You guys will be successful long-term and consistent. You're patient and you set your stop losses. All right, so Luna also. Luna had a large retracement today, which was pretty healthy to see as it had a large pump, right? We saw Luna go up around 28% in the past 2 days, and then we saw it go down around 21%. Luna around $4 or $5 is a great buy. I see that as a possible level that it's going to bounce off of. We do see a possible retracement down. We see Luna going to at least around 5 to 550, possibly today. There's a good chance that can happen after we break down. We don't have much support off this level. Currently, where we're in right now, we don't have much support. So we're probably going to break down to this 550 level today with Luna. That's what it's most likely looking like. So I'm going to put that in there. I would say our first buy order, I'm actually going to move this one down. This would be possibly my first buy order on Luna. I just need to see where the market's at currently. But I do see Luna bouncing off of this level pretty nicely as it has in the past. But I see lower $5 level as a very good buying point, as Luna has bounced off of this a couple times in the past. But if we're lucky enough to get around the $3 Luna, we're going to take advantage of that. I'm only going to put 2 buy orders in on Luna just because I'm not the most confident, as the volatility has been changing quite a lot in Luna, guys. Look at the volatility down here. Really look how volatile Luna has been over the past, like week or two. If this volatility dies down, this is coming way lower, right? This is going to hit that $4 level. As you guys see, when the volume's low on Luna, the price goes lower, right? So if we see that volume drop, that's a good indicator that we're going to go very low with Luna. Just take that into consideration. All right, so FTM as well. FTM has had a lot of volatility recently, and I see that FTM has had somewhat good run-ups. It had a good run-up off of this dip down here. Let's see this run over 106. Is a good run-up if we do have another dip like that. Because I do see a pullback, guys. If we have a dip, we're obviously going to have a pullback. I'm just not sure if the pullback is going to happen today with where we're currently at with Bitcoin. But it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Would you guys rather take the safe route or the FOMO route where you guys risk, your risk mitigation is terrible, right? Your risk mitigation always needs to be good if you want to be a successful trader or you want to be successful in crypto. If you want to be a successful hodler, right? You don't even need to be watching this right now. You don't need to be watching TA. Just go hodl, man. But being a successful trader, you're setting your stop losses. You're looking at the trends in the market, and you're maximizing the amount of Bitcoin that you're going to make, or the amount of crypto you're going to make. Like the main point of trading, guys, is to maximize, right? To maximize the market dominance effect against Bitcoin. You guys want to be making more than what Bitcoin is producing a year, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes up 10% this year, right? You want to at least make 10% on your portfolio trading, and you can call that successful because you're outperforming Bitcoin on the year, right? But you guys got to make sure that you really understand that you don't need to FOMO in and make these crazy trades. If you guys just wait for bottoms and you're very calculated and patient with your trades, you will be very successful in the long run. I have books, I have free knowledge on it, and really want to let you guys know that FTM would be a very nice buy around 2028 level. I do see that as a great time for it to bounce, as it's once and twice off of those levels. So very, very good buy orders on FTM there. Not too good on Anchor. I guess we'll go over ADA. A lot of you fellows want me to go ADA, so we'll go. All right, so we see ADA as a coin that has quite a lot of volatility, guys. Quite a lot of volatility as of recently. But yeah, the volatility has been very low with ADA. A lot of people are staking this, but as you guys can see, we have this trend resistance with basically every single altcoin, right? The trend resistance is a little bit below it, and Bitcoin's is a little bit above it, right? We see these altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, but I do see these altcoins dropping down to this trend resistance. And if they break through, they will go lower. But I would put some buy orders on ADA, probably in the some buy orders on ADA around this 145 zone. Would definitely be a good buy order for. I've actually bought ADA around there, traded them a few times around there in this 149 zone. I'm only going to put 2 for ADA. I'd really wait for a little retracement. I mean, even at this 153 zone, we've broken down from it multiple times. That zone does have some risk involved. But your main goal, right? Your main goal, guys, is to be profitable, right? Your main goal is to be profitable. And if you guys are FOMOing around, that's not going to be too profitable, especially with what the market is currently looking like. You want to be mitigating your risk as much as you possibly can. There's no reason for you guys to be really trading on leverage if you are not reading, studying, or doing any of the above. It's very important that you guys understand that all you have to do is outperform Bitcoin, and you win in this hodling game, right? You win in this hodling game, or in this trading game. So I really make sure that you guys find out the importance of looking at the trends and looking at where Bitcoin's going. A lot of people think we're going to go down. I do see it as a possibility. Have seen it as a possibility, and I'm giving you guys the buy orders, right? If we do have a trend upwards, I will tell you guys if we do, and we will play off of that. So make sure to really understand, just preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, right? Filecoin went up way too much, so that was one that if you see something outperforming the market by like 20-30%, that's a great thing to short, in my opinion. So Anchor as well, we saw Anchor bounce off of this little trend resistance that we have. Let's look how beautifully this lines up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It lines up, right? But let me go into Bitcoin and then kind of wrap things up here. We do see Bitcoin more time. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance, guys, still at 42. This is still extremely low, by the way. This is still extremely low. But you want to know what we see? Everyone thought we were going back down, but this is an uptrend, guys. This is an uptrend with Bitcoin dominance. If we break this, that's pretty interesting, but see some sort of uptrends with Bitcoin dominance as of right now. We saw this downtrend, and we saw this uptrends with Bitcoin, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. So I do see this as an indicator of we're probably going to have another downtrend soon, as we have every time we've pumped above lower lows. I mean, higher highs, we've had a downtrend. So let me plug in that indicator and show you guys what I'm talking about. So look at this, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low. What possibly could happen is we push up to a higher high and then we have a higher low, right? We've had it once, twice, we could have it 3 times. I do see that as a possibility. But if we break through this trend resistance, we're going to have a lower low and really look bullish, but we also need So if we break through this, completely, we're not going to have a pump with these altcoins, because it's not going to come back down for at least a little bit more from this level. But we are seeing a great trend. We're just going up and down. Money's going into Bitcoin, money's coming out of Bitcoin into altcoins. Money's going into Bitcoin, money's coming out of Bitcoin into altcoins. You know what I mean? A lot of opportunities to make money, especially when we have some sort of trends like this. It's just, you guys got to be patient. You guys got to understand that FOMO ain't in, and it's really being super aggressive, no stop loss, is gonna get you guys burnt in the long run. But you can be profitable during these dips. You just have to be patient. You have to be strategic. And with our strategy, my strategy as of right now, let's go Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin as the possibility of definitely having some dips, right? We do see at 36.31 Bitcoin, we broke through this resistance and we're testing this trend line right here. But my buy levels are going to be around 35K, 34 or 33, 34K, 33,300 to 400. And then we have this 3,200 and we have this 3,100. We have 30K. We have 28, 7, 24, 22. And that's all we went down to. But I feel like that's a very, very good little range that we have just in case this does dip. Because you guys remember how low we came when we dipped from here? We could have somewhat of the same thing happen again. It's possible. I'm telling you guys, when the market dips that much, it's not because Elon Musk tweeted bad news, right? Yeah, Elon Musk could say whatever he wants about Bitcoin, but you have to understand these whales are dumping. Just because Elon Musk put a little breaking red heart with Bitcoin, like, guys, he doesn't control the market. People want you to believe that, right? No one in their right minds would sell their Bitcoin if they saw a breaking red heart, if they didn't want to before, right? What they're doing is they're selling their Bitcoin because there's some sort of bad news events, and it's just a little market psychology thing. But people want to sell their Bitcoin, and buying at a lower price. That's a thing that has always been in crypto. So we've had this dip, we've had this leg right here, we've had this leg right here. We could probably go down, in my opinion, right, to 15%. We could maybe go down to this 30% level. Around 28 would definitely be possible. But we could even go down probably to the 22 to the 24K would be possible as well. But that's just speculation until we break this trend resistance right here. If we bounce off this trend resistance, everything's going to look good. But as of right now, it looks like we're pushing a little bit beneath it. We could bounce off this 36K level, by the way, as well. For this 35,700 has a lot of supports. But as of right now, looking a little bearish. Nothing really to worry about. If you guys have your stop losses in, you're prepared. You're prepared for a little bottom orders. But like I said last time, guys, when people get bearish, sometimes you got to get bullish. But I know I'm judgmenting everything I'm saying, but I will look into the charts. I'll keep you guys updated. I will be streaming later tonight, and I'll be streaming this weekend. So really make sure to stay tuned to that. But I will definitely look forward to getting some lower sales on these altcoins. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and have a great rest of your day.